So explain to them a little bit what the loan actually is.
Okay, so it's called the EIDL, and it's part of SBA, the Natural Disaster Loan.
So if you have a business,
You have your EIN number, or if you're filing for a business with your Social Security number, your sole proprietor,
and you're self-employed,
and you're self-employed,
meaning taxi cab drivers,
right,
bartenders, barbers,
nail salons, restaurant, anything that you do,
the money
as a
is there
business,
for you.
it was there. So right now, the loan, you can still get the loan.
Right.
They're not giving out the grant money, the $10,000, what they call an advance,
Right.
to the loan.
That you didn't have to pay back.
Right. People who got hit, they're like, yo, I'm gonna take the 10, skip the loan,
And I'm good.
and I'm Gucci. I'm out of here with this 10.
I'm outta
See
here.
y'all later. Rack it up. That's what everybody's doing. Me, skip the 10. They offer me 20 without the grant.
Right.
They offer me 20 on Groggle. I'm like, listen, if I go get the embroidery machine that's behind you, if I go get that regular, it's $22K.
Right.
If I would have to take out a loan from the company to finance it, my interest rate is probably going to be somewhere over 9%.
You was telling me
and
this.
over 15%. The loans that they was giving out from the SBA, which is another thing nobody's looking at, if it's a non-for-profit, it's 2.75%.
That's super low.
I don't care what other business it is, it's 3.75.
Right.
Everybody's turning down a loan. I didn't get that part.
So a basic car loan, if you have bad credit, they want 8, 7.
That's
17,
decent credit.
17%.
17 to 24
I
bad.
had loans where I went to Capital One. They was like,
Yeah,
hey,
they
yo,
were hitting hard.
17%.
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah. You want it or not.
So 2 point what?
2.75 if you have a non-for-profit.
That's amazing.
3.75 for any other business.
Right.
So, and it's stretched. It's on the 30.
Wow.
So I took, just to give an
So it
example.
went from 20 to 30?
No, it's 30 years.
To pay back.
To pay back.
Yeah, that's a fact. How can you not?
Everybody's like, no way.
You're scared. Scared money don't make
Here we
money.
go with the belief again. So I go look into the embroidery joint so I can get the clothing thing back to where it needs to be.
Right.
Okay, cool. They want 22. If I take out a loan from them, they might want 9 to 15. I probably could get it 9 or less because my credit is over 7.
Right.
I'm good. But anybody else, you're not getting that.
Right.
So if I can go get something that I need for my business, and they're gonna stretch the loan 30 years at 3.75%, the money that they gave me on that 20 grand, and I'm telling you verbatim, is $98 a month.
Right.
I spend $98 a month, cell phone,
Yeah, I was
food,
just about to say phone bill.
everything and anything.
Why would you not?
How do you say no if you really want to run a business?
Yeah.
If this is really what you want to do,
Fine.
how do you say no? So everybody that took that 10, they got approved for a loan on top.
Right.
And they didn't run with it.
So they would have got the 10 plus maybe a 20.
Maybe a 20 piece. I was like, yo, if they give me 10 and 20,
I'm good.
it's a whole new, I'm off to the races with
Right.
another 2 businesses.
Right.
Even though you can't use it, I won't say for another 2 businesses, but 2 more things inside of my business that can help.
Right.
Right? Because this technically is part of it. I did it for the clothing business.
Right.
So
And
they
even
gave
if
it
you
to
can
me.
use this for the daycare business
I can use
as well.
I can use it for whatever I want once I get it in my hand.
Right.
So that's, to me, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different businesses.
Different streams of
Different streams of income on one little punk ass
Right.
$20,000 loan.
Because you're
that
going
I've
to be
been
able to
taking out.
outsource.
The first day I put the joint up, I had 15 on my back. Like, yo, you back? You back on the printing joint? What's up? I need in. Like, what's happening?
Right.
That's money just sitting there waiting for me to actually learn the machine and figure it
Now,
out.
whatever you make off of that, you just take that $100 for that month.
If I wanted to, I'm gonna dust that up. When they call me back to say, well, they already sent the letter out. My first payment is next year,
Right.
and they give you a year to start your payments.
You're going to take care of that way before.
Y'all can take this next year. I'm gonna wait. Y'all can take this next year. The second they say, only reason why I might stretch it is to get some more business credit on top. But if not, if they start acting, take that 20 goals, man.
Explain why debt is so important and how to leverage debt. A lot of people don't understand that.
Oh no, you gotta have debt. Like, first of all, like they said, no credit is worse than bad credit.
Right.
So obviously they're telling you right there you need debt.
Right.
Some form of debt.
Right.
So, and I learned this because of my student loans when I bought my house.
Right.
So when I was going through my student loan, or not my student loan, the house process, they were asking me, everything I had, the cars, the this, the that. They wanted another payment, so they stumbled upon my student loans
What's
at the
that
time.
debt to?
The debt to credit ratio.
Right.
So they go, well, we see your student loans here. It's $80,000, $90,000 at the time,
Right.
whatever it was. And they go, well, it looks like you should be paying about $400 to $500 a month.
Right.
I take the letter and say, well, I got this debt, but here's the letter saying what I have to pay. And all I have to pay is $30, $40 a month.
That was super smart.
So they look at that and go, okay, so we chopped that, your debt to credit ratio, we just chopped off $460 off of that.
That's game.
And they looking at that as a $30 a month debt because everything they do, they look at how much you can afford versus, that's what debt to credit ratio is. Not only that, I started dabbling into the credit card business, not scamming, but figuring out the credit card business. So I learned a lot with that too as far as debt goes. And for anybody out there, I'm gonna get off topic for a minute. If you have the opportunity to get a Chase credit card,
okay,
start rocking with Chase, and I'm gonna tell you why. I started in 2008. My first card I got from them after a Capital One card I had.
Right,
that was my first
right,
one
right.
after fucking up college
Right.
credit. Getting back to it, my first one was a Capital One $300 card. I tried to increase them. They was like, "Nah, get up out of here, Papa. We're not giving you nothing." I applied for Chase. Chase gave me $4,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I took the $4,000, and this dude was telling my fiance at the time, like, "Listen, you can merge your cards and leverage your credit." And I'm like,
Right.
So he's not even talking to me, but I'm sitting there like, what is he talking about?
So basically, put your name. If her credit is better than yours,
No, that's piggybacking. I knew about that.
Okay.
That
okay.
we
I
can get
want
into
you
that
to-
too.
Right.
Because I did that for like 4 or 5 people, even though they know who they are and their credit is screwed up now. I had everybody over 7 looped in. Like, and I'm talking in 2-3 months, like they joint shot up.
So okay,
piggybacking.
so dive into to the first thing you was about to elaborate on.
So the credit joint. So what it is so I got the card at $4,000.
Okay.
And I got it at 0% interest.
Okay.
Nobody's gonna tell you this.
Right. That 0%.
This is YouTube.
Unheard of.
But this is YouTube. All them dudes that's out there trying to get you to buy their books and all that.
The
This is what they're
one-on-one.
not gonna tell you.
This is the
This is the
one-on-one.
one-on-one. This is only because QD is in the building. We're going exclusive.
Right.
So I got the credit card at 0%, right?
Okay.
So let's say I got it at $4,000. I waited a year. After the 0% was up, they don't give you like 15 months to a year, some 12, whatever. After it was up, I made sure I kept the card a little low. Maybe I spent 15 on it. I got 15 on it.
Right, but you actually have 4.
I had 4,
Right.
right? So I applied for the next Chase card. So I started with the Chase Slate. Next one was the Chase Freedom.
Okay.
So I go get the Freedom card. Freedom, they give me $3,000. So now I got 3 here, I got 4 here, and I'm using 15 on it.
Wow.
I paid the 15 off on the card, so I got 4 there.
Okay.
Here's where the tricky comes in. I call them up. I say, listen, I got this $3,000 card right here. Now this one is 0% also. I got that over there.
Which is unheard of.
Right. But Chase been doing it for a few years.
Wow.
I done had that for about 7 years from all their
I bank with
cards.
Chase and I didn't even know about
Right.
this.
So now I took $3,000. No, it was $3,500 off of this card,
Right.
which is my available credit spending limit.
Balance, yeah.
This card is now at 17% because my year for 0% is over.
Right.
So I took the $3,500 from this card, dumped it with this one,
rolled it into
rolled
this
it in this one. Now I'm at $7,500, 0% interest for the next year over here.
Smart.
I'm at $26,000 right now.
Wow.
We're in 2020. I'm at
Right.
$26,000 on my Chase card.
Right.
Just finished off the 0%.
Right.
I let them close out because if you don't use the card, they'll close it out.
Okay.
So I let them close out of the Chase Freedom card or the Chase Slate card that I had years ago.
Because you already had rolled it over.
So now that they at 0, I can reapply for that card.
Okay.
I'm back at 0% there. I take the $26,000 from here and put it over here. Whatever they give me.
Right.
They can give me $500. I take 26. I'm at 26.5 at 0%. The key to the game is staying at the 0 as long as I can.
Right. So this is pretty much the credit game. This is
This is the credit game and keeping your joint to where now. Here's another part of it. I can have that same $4,000 in debt or $3,000 in debt for the next 5 years, but as long as I'm rolling it over to the next card where I'm at 26,000, my debt to credit is looking like nothing.
Right.
But if I leave it on the card that's at 4,000, I'm looking like, oh, he's a high risk.
Right.
He's using too much.
Right.
So on that one card, the same debt on that one card might be at 80%.
Talk that.
But on this card, where I got the 26,000, I'm on the 15%. Oh, he's great at spending his money. He's lit. We're gonna give him some more. What do you want?
Right, because that's what they want to do.
And I flipped that into the business joint. My business credit card is at 72,000 right now.
Right.
I started that in 2013, 14.
Right.
No, I'm lying. That was 16. I got the business joint.
And built that up.
I'm at 70,000 on there.
Right.
So it works the same way, but it's with Chase. A lot of other credit card companies don't do it. But I say rock with Chase because you can maneuver that over. You can push that around.
So you would say to all the people that's scared to take on debt.
It's bullshit. Even with the inquiries, they're bad, they're this, they're that. Unless you're running up an inquiry every single month,
Right.
every couple. I got 12 hard inquiries on my credit report right now.
Right.
I'm at a 740 something.
Right. It doesn't matter.
I have a house. If I pull up my credit joint for you right now, it's gonna say I owe $500,000 in debt.
Right. But
Why? I have a house. I have 100,000
that's
student
good
loans.
debt.
That's good debt because it's only bad when you're not paying it.
Right.
And when you're over except so every card I got, if I'm maxing them out or if I'm over that 30% threshold, that's bad debt.
Yes.
But I can have all those same accounts under that 20%. Oh, he's the greatest spender in the world.
So this is literally when we talk about good debt.
Good debt. A house. I mean, cars can be good debt depending on it. I mean, they all depreciate in value.
Right.
So, like you said, when we'll talk about the car game later, but I got to the point where I'm looking for cars that's going to... The reason why y'all don't see me in a Mercedes no more because they don't hold value at all.
Right.
So I stopped that game immediately.
Right.
Y'all can keep the Mercedes. My Lexus right now is okay.
Right. But the Japanese tend to
Do a lot better
Right.
than the German.
Right.
And they treat you better. So that's why I'm at Lexus right now.
Right.
I love Mercedes. I love the style. I love the love of their car. However, that game is an idiot game. That's what I call it. It's not. I was an idiot back then doing things because that's the way my dad told me how to do it.
Right.
He's still in his Mercedes don't even work right now.
Right. He's still got
He's still got his joint's sitting on the block.
Right.
He's driving one of my Lexuses every day.
Right.
But that's you get stuck in your ways. But now he's like, yo, listen, next year, top of the year, I want to buy your car for you. I want the Lexus. I want the ES.
You see how smooth them
you get
joints
40
is.
a gallon on your joint. I got a hybrid.
Right.
He's like, yo, I'm gonna get up out of that.
Sometimes you gotta teach them the new tricks.
Yes,
Get them out of their
it's a
own
new
ways.
trick, man. You want a Mercedes? Like, honestly, a Mercedes is for people I feel like that don't care about money.
Right.
Because
Right.
even the big boys that they go and buy the $150,000 joints,
They're money pit.
Right, and they're tossing them back every other year.
Right.
I don't want this. Give me the new one.
Right.
So I'm gonna keep, and they writing them off.
Right.
So don't be foolish. Like they're doing it for a reason. Like
Right.
I tell people all the time,
Turning their liability
it's
into
an asset, right? People all the time that got this surplus of money, the celebrities, and we always go, fuck, they don't need that. Why they buying that? It's either they spend it on that or the IRS is taking it.
Right.
So they're figuring it. Now I can give them a lot of different ways to go to how to spend their money a lot better, but this is how they want to spend it because they don't want somebody taking it and they work for it. But that's a whole nother topic.
Right.
But
So go into a little bit, and then we'll get ready to wrap it up because I know you got 1,000,001 things to do. But talk about how to leverage your credit through someone else.
So if you know somebody that has good credit, so if QD got 700 score, you know he's on his game, and you have bad credit.
Right.
You go to somebody like QD, your cousin, whoever, and this is where I think is a no-brainer, and this is what I've done with the people that I've helped.
Right.
Listen, QD, how's your credit? Your credit's good? Yeah. Do me a favor. Throw me on the card as a sign. Don't give me the card.
Right. I just want my name.
That's all I want is your history.
Right.
You get the card, cut the card up, throw it in the trash. I don't even have to see the card. I don't need the card. Where we get screwed up at is somebody wants to, let me get the joint, let me get the card. No. That's not why we're doing it. For instance, my brother, I'm gonna throw you on my card. We was on vacation one time, like, yo, bro, you gotta get this together. Called up my TJ Maxx card. That's another card. Credit wise, they shoot your credit up. I don't know what it is with that card. The TJ Maxx card is a Synchrony Bank TJ Maxx. And everybody that I've added to that card, credit shoot
Goes
right
to
up.
the roof.
Right up. I'm talking 2-3 months of history, they up 100 points. Like,
that's crazy.
So I add him on that card. He's like, yo, bro, where's the card? I'm like, What do you mean, where's the card? The card is in my wallet. Like, now let me get that. There's no way I'm giving you that card. This is what you get the card when your credit is good and you apply for it. They give it to you. You have the card.
This is to establish something.
So then right after that, maybe a couple of months later, apply for him a card with Capital One. He gets the card, $500. Card comes to me. That was a year and a half ago. He still hasn't seen that card. He's like, yo, where's the card? You don't like. This is how
we gotta manage this because I'm gonna get you where
this
you
is right. And he was at 740.
Right, but now we trying to get to 8.
No. He was at 5 something before that.
Right.
He went up to 7.
Right.
And then did a little thing with his credit. Now his credit back down to 670.
Right.
But this is why I don't want to give you the card yet.
Right.
You just figuring like, let me get my shit
it.
together. Right. But it's the way you gotta manage it. Like you said, manage it. It's not using it. Let me manage that the right way.
Right.
6 months to a year, I didn't even touch the card. Now I might hit you. What you need? You need something from your joint? Yeah. I gotta get this. Here, use the card.
Right.
I'm still gonna keep the card. Use the card to make those payments.
Right.
Pay it right off.
Right.
Do that for another 6 months.
Right.
Because it's all the process. It's all like they say. It's all history.
And there's nothing wrong with doing money management with people that you love. So he's just telling you. You know, me and my sister do stuff like this all the time. You have to have people that you can trust and people that are good with money.
Right.
Because you might be good at making money, but you might not know what to do with the money.
Making the money is
It's easy.
Making the money is easy. That's why so many scams out here.
Right.
Because people spend money every day.
Right.
So keeping the money and maintaining the money.
It's easy to make money, but how do you have to figure out how to keep the money.
Right.
And we gonna leave it and we're gonna end it on that. I just want to tell you I'm thankful and I appreciate you.
Thanks you for the visit.
Bringing me into this establishment.
Thank you for the visit. When he hit me on the joint, and what's so crazy is you know business savvy people because when he did call it, Q Don pulled up. So that number had to be from about 9 years.
Right.
I'm like the numbers and my number didn't change. So I'm like he could have just called me, but when he hit me, as soon as I seen it, I'm like, oh, it's go time. First of all, he started off with telling y'all about me.
Right.
But like I said, it came from him and his family growing up. And it was even a little closer for me because it was like he was the ball player, I was the ball player. His sister played basketball, mine didn't, but they both have red hair. So the mistakenly of the families for my entire life was like, we dark skin, they red hairs. He's driving exotics, I'm driving exotics. They're like, yo, is that QD? No, it's me. QD's over there with Alexis. Like, I would go through a phase. He's going through a phase. He's going on Lexus. I'm in Mercedes. I hop in the Lexus. He hop in the Mercedes.
He actually did the CLS and then we did the CLS and the GL. We got that from him. So,
but family wise, like it's an honor, it's a pleasure. There's no family that I know from my community, from where I came up at, even my own family, ain't nobody own a legitimate business. Plus because you have some people that own legitimate businesses, and that's not a testament to how their kids turn out.
Right.
So with their mom, Miss Dukes, doing what she did, and the way they have turned out. And I even see it in his daughter. I see it, I see it in the surroundings of the cousins and the friends. You see, there's a reason why everybody around them and that bubble and that circle, they might not be at the top of the food chain,
right,
but everybody's level-headed, everybody's working towards something great, or everybody's at something great, and it all stems from that family atmosphere. It all stems from Miss Dukes, and giving her kids the opportunity to grow into something that they wanted to do. I'm sure she said no to a lot of shit, right, but from us outside looking in, they had every opportunity that was possible. She let them make whatever mistakes they needed to make, and it's appreciated to be able to look from the outside looking in. I had a father and a mother, but sometimes that shit don't mean, like I tell everybody all the time, my father lived with me, but I never seen my father.
Right.
Like, he was into the street game. He always had a job. He always provided. My pops was party hardy, so I had that balance where my pops was in the street hanging out and doing what he did. And then I had my moms that would go to work, come home and do what she did. But it has nothing to do with just having a father around. 'Cause a lot of people always say, oh, you had your father, you lucky.
Right.
Yeah, some things I learned from my dad that help, and a lot of things tarnished. as you can see, like it's still some things I'm trying to break out of and teach him. Like
Right.
we don't have to go that route, but I feel like, you know, their mom did a hell of a job. You know, it was tremendous, and not just for them, for all of us. So for you to reach out to me was like, you know, I always figure out you got your shit together. No matter what it might not be that way, but I always look at y'all too and go, they got their shit
You
together.
gonna make me cry, man.
This is real talk. This is what it's always been.
Right,
You know what I mean? And I know for some people, it probably always, if you outside looking at both of us, you might think it was competition because it always happened that way.
Right.
Like I said.
And we both competitive people.
Right. So, but looking at his mom do the daycare thing, the Sadie's went daycare, and then I didn't go daycare because they went daycare. I went daycare because my fiance at the time, she was into that
Right.
field. But it was like, I know that work because
You understood it. You
Here's
understood
people
it.
that I've seen do it for 15, 20 years now, and it works.
Right.
So, yes, that can work. I'm not no idiot. Let's dip into this a little bit.
Right.
But it's never a competition with me. It's always I don't like to use the word admire because admire turns into jealousy for me
Right.
from many people I know. So, but it's always an outlook it's always a blessing to see it. You know, it's always appreciated. I love it. I genuinely love, and I'm telling you, like, even from what we're doing right now, because I was supposed to do a podcast a few years ago.
Right.
So to watch you do it is like, here we go again.
Right.
This motherfucker done beat me to the punch. I'm getting on something like, but it's like, you call me, I'm in any way I can help. I'm in any way I can.
And this is supposed to spark something in you,
Right.
to do this.
Right. It's
Now there's no reason for
right.
you not to do
But
it.
it's part of the game, and this is what people don't understand.
Right.
They're too busy with our generation and our culture.
Right.
We too busy when we see somebody do it. Even when we was younger, oh, he got those sneakers on. I don't
I don't
know,
want it.
because
Right.
I wanted them first.
Right.
And you're blocking your blessings from just saying,
Right.
let me. Either I'm going to reach out to the person and figure out how they can help me or how I can learn from the person,
Right.
or I'm just going to go and do it. But
And that's why it made sense to come holler at you, because we all know my family does this, but it made more
right,
sense.
that's what you right.
It made more sense for me to come to you and get an outside perspective. So that's why it's an honor for me to come holler at you.
It's an honor to be here, bro. It's
And do this. You
you
know,
know, this
we
is-
breaking the
this is-
cycle right now.
Yeah.
The crabs in the barrel is done. We tipping the barrel over.
Yeah, go fry them
And-
shits up, put them in the pot. However,
Yeah.
y'all want. You're supposed to eat crabs, nigga.
Right.
Not act like them.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, I wasn't
let's
expecting
get rid of
this,
that.
but
Let's get rid of that.
we trying to teach y'all. So you gonna see a lot more of him because I'm gonna be in his
Yeah,
ear calling him,
I'm on-
harassing him.
listen,
He's a
listen.
sharp dude right here.
I'm on deck for whatever, whenever, however. Like
Right.
that's just who I am.
Right.
I know this might have been the longest conversation we've ever had, and I know
Right.
through different channels of different people,
Right,
it might not seem like that's who I am.
right,
But that's who I am. That's who I've always been.
Right.
People and people don't like for other people to find that out.
right.
Crabs in the barrel. I don't want to give my connect or my situation to another person.
Right.
It's probably the same reason why I've never met with Gio about
That's
videography
crazy.
and all that.
That's crazy.
Because other people might have been in between that to feel a certain type
Well,
of way.
we here now.
But yeah,
and-
yeah, like, and I'm just like that. I know y'all probably know my man Steve Auk.
Oh, my bad.
When he was starting up with his picture stuff, I was the first one. Anything I knew about cameras, yo, tables turn. I just got the Sony last year, the Sony AR3, the AR7 III. He the one that told me to get that.
Right.
So it's been a breaking of the crab in the barrel, but it's small walks because there's so many in between. Like the ocean is so wide.
That's how life is because nobody would have ever thought. I've been working with Gio for years with music and all different types of comedy, but now we're here doing something as far as business and
Right.
uplifting our people.
Right.
So I just want to thank you. I appreciate you, and you know I got to bow to you as well.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
we're gonna be doing a lot more things.
We here now.
And yeah, this is what we do. Appreciate you, bro.
All day. You're ready.
Man, this is amazing.
That's love on the road. You see that?
Hit that like button and subscribe.